Greed is a necessary evil.
Yeah.
An instrument for justice.
No. Well, the speed would be nice. The Divine Fervor partly makes up for the low speed. Alright. Coins are silly. As I advance further in the campaign, I'll get more from scenery. You swim desperately toward the adjutant. There's just enough matter floating around. About to create a bit of thrust. Oh, nonsense. Nebula so thin, you'd be doing it for thousands of years to move an inch. I mean, there's some matter. Not nearly enough.
I'll keep it safe.
That's clearly like the kind of things that a GM would do to you. Or a DM, a Dungeon Master. Like a D&D campaign where you end up trapped in space, rather than just killing your character off as they slowly suffocate. Power to an ability. Ulrich doesn't have a ton of power behind him. Brock is even harder to kill, but he actually hits like a tank.
I will sanctify it with my touch.
He's got ranged abilities that actually benefit from aim. The cleric, to some degree. Maybe Brock's unparable ability? Let's see. Oh yeah, that benefits it. Gives him a little ranged capability.
This will aid our quest.
Interesting, if you have a melee ability that extends so it works at range, it doesn't benefit from aim. So there's actually some benefit to having abilities that have a little range when you design them. So that the aim stat improves their effectiveness, so if the enemy has cover, that'll reduce effectiveness unless the aim is enough greater than cover. So, it is a double-edged sword. Defense on the paladin? Yeah, trying to keep the Crusader up.
Greed is a necessary evil.
Though he hits harder is a lost cause.
An instrument for justice.
And Brock's so tough that most time he goes down, something would kill anything no matter what I did. He doesn't go down too easily, like Ulrich. Reflexes. Same thing, Paladin. Also keeping the Paladin up, he has a Resurrect ability, so give me a second, guys. Anyways. Sorry. Anyways. I really do need that voice training. It's expensive, but it would probably help my channel grow, and someday this will make decent money. Let's see if I ever get to a place in my life where I can really seriously attempt it. Right now I'm just dealing with Social Security Administration nonsense. Right now they're taking up a form they requested ages ago about workers' comp. It's like, no, I don't have workers' comp, and long COVIDs aren't related to it. I swear they make the system as difficult and confusing and as many ways they can screw you or discontinue because you missed a form as possible. Or in this case, probably if I fill out wrong, it's like, no, there's no workers' comp, and legally you're not supposed to be able to require me to apply for it. And it would not make sense for me to do so, except to waste my time, because long COVID has nothing to do with any job I worked. You return to the bridge and power up the engines. Something splats against the main window, and you turn on the wipers before you notice a face in the muck. You look down by your feet and back up. It's Juliet. You open the side hatch. How dare you give me the wipers? Sorry, Goo. I didn't know you were still out there. There's lots of ghosts afloat. Dust off. With the airlock closed, you punch the engines to full. According to initial measurements of the Nebula, Mind estimates that the adjutant should clear the cloud in 14.2 seconds. 15 seconds later, there's still no end to the Nebula in sight. 16 seconds. 17 seconds. 18. What's the deal? Processing. No conventional explanation found. The Nebula appears to be moving with us. faster? Negative. We're at maximum engine output. What about the FTL engines? Can we jump out of here? Highly unadvisable. The friction caused by Nebula will scatter us into atoms. With a single molecule of dural we are carrying will be left. Okay, good safety tip. So what should we do? I'm forced to remind you that I am the artificial, and you are the intelligence in this partnership. Collision imminent. Without warning, the Nebula accretes into a cruiser. Dead ahead. Thrusters to full, or buckle up. This is a higher chance, and if I remember correctly, you can lose dural. I mean, not dural. Sub-isomer from the other one if you roll badly. Thrusters to full versus hole into something.
Used to all this darkness.
Easier roll to clear.
Until the break of dawn.
Lightning reflexes. You bring the ship to a full stop. 30U from the Veridine. Your turn. The Nebula is exerting force on our shields. It's consuming all of our energy production to maintain its equilibrium. Pretty sure it does not require all my energy production. But maybe because I upgrade the ship. That's actually true. I suppose I can try hailing. This can't be a ghost, but it's certainly no natural phenomenon. It acts with some kind of intelligence. Where there's intelligence, there's the possibility for communication. Faint Autex. You listen intently to static, unable to make anything out, but a faint Autex begins to creep into your mind as your metaglot attempts to make sense of the noise. There is an intelligence out there. Perhaps too simple or too complex for you to understand. You focus the receiver away from the cruiser and the signals continue. The signal continues. The Nebula itself is speaking. Enemy turn. The Nebula itself is your enemy, but the form it has taken of the cruiser seems to pose the most immediate threat. Void bolt. The Veridine has fired a bolt of darkness. Now I see it as it occludes the stars behind it.
These elven eyes have seen much suffering. Ah! I hope we brought another healer.
Direct hit. Taking a direct hit. The bolt went straight through his shields, but there's no damage reported. However, internal sensors indicate that sub-isomer has been taken from the hold. Right. I always wondered what would happen if you ran out of sub-isomer in this, but I have way too much to mess with that. Helm control. There's no ramming. Back up a little. No effect. The cruiser maintains at exactly 30U. Match your speed perfectly, seeming without propulsion.
Who needs
Another
saving?
void bolt.
Ha! What a blessed find.
Near miss. The darkness passes straight through her shields, but only manages to graze the hull of the ship before dispersing into nothingness. Really am not regenerating energy here. Guess I didn't upgrade the ship enough. You can, actually. The only thing I really can do. Wait, I can't even fire lasers at it? Fire a rust rocket. That's just gonna be a waste of resources. Just hold steady then. Yeah. This is annoying. Another
Darkness
void bolt.
Surely this must be a clerical error.
Or we've taken a direct hit. The bolt went straight through his shields, but there's no damage reported. Wait, that took all the sub-isomer from my hull. All 49 of it. What? I guess to save time. Nothing I really can do. Except wait to get hit again, see what happens. Now.
Things will brighten up soon.
Direct hit. We've taken a direct hit. The bolt went straight through our shields. Reports indicate widespread damage targeting sub-isomer bearing systems. Lovely! One more hit like that and gone. You know what? Heck. I'll try firing the rust rocket. No, probably a waste of resources. Can we spend more time in the sim?
A moment of
Make up
silence
for it.
falling. Oh wait, is that loot?
Ineffective. The cruiser wavers slightly as the rocket passes through, like a mirage, flying for the distant Nebula wall. This kind of weapon has no effect.
Who needs saving? My light will not fade.
Boom. Shields inoperable. Your shield generator is taking critical damage. The instant the shields drop, the Nebula closes in around the ship. Adrift, with your hull in tatters, you enter the belly of the beast. Hustling for a helmet. The hull has been compromised. You race for a spacesuit before the Nebula consumes the ship.
The darkness will not rise.
This is a difficult role.
Ha! We hurt them more than they hurt us. I think.
What's on? You managed to put on your spacesuit before it's too late. Indigestion. The Nebula's digestion process begins with a bit of tenderizing. You know what? This is a good place to cut this video. I have one approximately 30-minute video, or maybe 2:15-ish. I'm trying to cut stuff up smaller, so it's bite-sized pieces for you folks to watch in your free time or whatever. The algorithm does punish me when I have a larger number of shorter videos, or probably just a large number of videos, period, with less impressions per video, but I think I still get slightly more overall. YouTube sucks. They really want to keep channels tiny so they can't even monetize. Especially if there seems to be an element of subtle political censorship to it, where people have said things that the owners of YouTube don't like. They don't stop them from saying stuff, they just show very few people their stuff. And with some of my politics videos, well, anyways, try to be a person of conscience. Part of why I'm doing YouTube is not just to make money, to hopefully eventually where I can supplement SSI. I used to think there was no way to even put money away or whatever, but it turns out there's a type of account called an ABLE account you can do in the US. You can have up to 100,000 in savings, still get SSI. You just can only use the money for certain purposes, and if you die, which with long COVID there's a chance of early death, if you die, all the money that's in the account gets taken by the government and put into the Medicaid budget for other people's health care. It's obnoxious. It's one more way they marginalize people. It's paternalistic, you know, and it says that, oh, if you're disabled, you don't even get to leave if you ever had to say kids, any kind of inheritance from or whatever. Because you're not allowed to have much normal savings. It's any net worth you have, basically. It's bastards in charge of the system want to screw up ordinary people and keep them living on as low as possible, especially the disabled, to maximize profit. They also keep raising the retirement age, keep poking more holes in the welfare system, like the rule in the mid-90s that can't get payroll tax credit and thus can't get SSDI work credits for work you do while you're more than a half-time student for the university, which is what screwed me out of SSDI. It's a shitty system. Anyways, let me cut this video here. I wish you all the best. Take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead you on. Until next time, it's Northstar. Adieu, and best luck.